Hello, my beautiful people. Welcome back to a very special evening edition. Tonight is very special because we are going to be recreating one of my favorite pieces that I've ever done. 24 by 36 piece called Waiting for Aphrodite. This was pretty early on in my YouTube career. And I really love that piece. It's actually sitting over our fireplace right now. But watching it now, 3 years later, there's certain things that I want to do differently. So I was actually talking to my dear friend Fiona from Fiona Art, and I was telling her about this, and she said, you know, that's so funny because I have a piece like that also that I did a long time ago, and I look at it sometimes and I think, oh, I wish I'd done differently. And then she said, how about we do a mini collab? So that's what this is tonight, our mini collaboration with my lovely friend Fiona. I'm going to be doing Waiting for Aphrodite 2. And she's going to recreate her pour from 2 or 3 years ago also. I think it was something with balloon dips, so it should be really, really interesting. But let's go ahead and get started with Aphrodite. This is a 24 by 36, like I said. In the original one, I actually use a wood panel instead of a canvas, but I don't have any of those right now. I have taped the back and put my push pins in, and I have painted my sides and edges with my turquoise. So that's the turquoise. Let me show you the colors that we are working with. So in the original piece, we had used a very light turquoise from Amsterdam, and I had used burnt umber, and I had a copper, and I had my 24 karat gold, and I had my satin enamels white. And I mixed the satin enamels white with some house paint, which right now to me sounds really crazy, but that's what we were doing back then. And it created these beautiful little pearl cells all around the border, which were really awesome. There are several changes. The first change, instead of using that light Amsterdam turquoise, I'm using Golden's Turquoise Pthal. Because in the original one, because it was a lighter turquoise, almost like a light blue, with the white and the gold, it really washed it out and became very pale. And I didn't really want that to happen. So that's why we're using the good stuff, our beautiful Golden's Turquoise Pthal, which is very highly pigmented and should show up beautifully even with the satin enamels and the gold. The other difference is I'm using, instead of burnt umber, I'm using Van Dyke brown, which is one of my favorite colors. Don't be afraid of brown. Brown can do beautiful, beautiful things when it's used correctly. It can make beautiful shadows. It gives you depth. Awesome. And this is the color of like dark espresso beans. I just love this. It's amazing. So that's our Van Dyke brown. Then the other change that I'm doing, I'm using this one, which is by Deco Extreme Sheen. This is Jadeite, which we have used several times before. Really, really pretty color. Very pale kind of green. And actually it was a little bit too green, so I literally put like a pinky nail full of my Artist Loft Metallic Cobalt in there, just to deepen it just the slightest bit. And now it's got a little bit more of that blue that matches the turquoise a little bit better than the really pale green from the Jadeite. So that's the Jadeite. And then I do have my Deco Art Americana Decor Metallics in 24 karat gold. Beautiful stuff. My pouring medium tonight is the same that it was in the original, which was Liquitex Gloss Medium and Floetrol and some water. Not super, super thick, as you can see. Okay. And then the last one we're using, or not last one, that I have here, Amsterdam's bronze instead of copper, but this is actually very, very reminiscent of Golden's iridescent copper. So, but cheaper. So that's our Amsterdam bronze. Beautiful stuff. And then now, last but not least, we are using the Deco Art Americana Decor Satin Enamels in pure white. And to this I have added just a smidge of the Amsterdam titanium white and a lot more water than I put in anything else. Because I have found in my experience, when you want to get that poofy, cloudy pearl look, a little bit of water activates the satin enamels beautifully. So that's our white satin enamels. In the original one, I actually didn't use white. I used the natural beige. And I meant to bring that up, but I forgot. And I had already mixed up paint, and I was like, oh no. Okay, so for this size canvas, this is a 24 by 36. To figure out how much paint we need, we multiply length times width and then divide by 28. So 24 times 36 is, I think, 864. Divided by 28 gives us 30.8 ounces of paint needed. So 31, 32, I have 16-ounce cups. We have 2 of them, 32 ounces, easy peasy. Okay, so let's layer our cups. And like I said, I'm not going to be afraid of the Van Dyke Brown. So, let's see, what do I want in the very, very center? We're going to just put a little bit of gold in the middle. So in the original pour, I did 2 ring pours in the center, just right on top of each other. And then we tilted it out, and it was really, really pretty, and then I did things to it. I actually re-poured the center on that one a few different times. And, but that's okay, you know, it's all good. All right, so let's pour a layer of turquoise. Now notice I put some gold and I put some white, but I only drizzled it off the stick because I don't want a lot of gold or a lot of white in the center of either cup. Okay, now we're going in with our Turquoise Pthal. And I'm going to come in with that beautiful jadeite. And I'm going to put a layer of gold. Actually, I'm going to use the copper, or bronze, I'm sorry. And now I'm going to put another layer of white. And now we're going to use the Van Dyke Brown. And then we're going to do that all over again. I'll put a little bit of gold in there. The jadeite. And white. And turquoise. Animals. Okay. All right, so our cups are ready to go. And now we're going to put our base coat down. But instead of putting the whole thing down, I think I'm just going to pour a puddle of it. Actually, I'm going to pour a puddle of gold right in the center. And then I'm going to pour some of this white on top of that. Okay. And we're going to pour our cups, and then we'll use the white as our flow extender. Are you ready, husband of awesomeness?
Yes, Miller. I am ready.
Here we go. There's one. That's pretty. Love that. That's really, really cool with the turquoise phthalo and the jadeite together. Really beautiful in there. Okay, we're going to do the second cup right into the middle of that. Actually, you know, before we do that, I'm going to go around this once, a layer of flow extender. And the reason for that is because I don't want the pour rolling over itself. I don't want to lose those pretty lines that we have there. Like pull around here with the Van Dyke Brown is really, really striking. Okay, so we're going to pour this one right into the middle of there. Are you ready, darling?
Yes, Miller.
Here we go. Okay, so that looks pretty good. I love all that color in there. So in the original one, I seem to be on this quest to have the copper and the Van Dyke brown in the center. And I still love that combination, but I think I'm happy with this how it is. So let's give this a quick torch, and then we'll put down the rest of our floor extender. Okay, I'm gonna take some more of this and we're gonna go around the edges. So looking at this, I do really like the center, but I don't think that I would mind having a little bit more of the Van Dyke brown in here. So we are actually going to do that. I'm going to put just a tiny bit of the Van Dyke brown in the cup. And a little bit of white. And a little bit of bronze. And I'm going to put some of the turquoise in there too. Okay, I'm just going to pour this right in the center. All right. Are you ready, husband of awesomeness?
Aye, lass. I'm ready.
Okay. Alright. Okay, a skewer. Just gonna fix that edge. I don't know if I like that as much as I had it before, honestly. What about you? Do you like that better, or the gold and turquoise that was there?
I think I like that better.
This?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I'm happy that it's there. I think I want to take what's in here though and just pour it on top of that though. That's good. Okay. So in that time that we've been messing around with the center and the base coat, you'll notice some cells have started to come up, and we have a good amount of canvas that's spread itself out. We're just going to go back and forth with this just a little bit to incorporate both of those big cups and the little cups. And as we go back and forth, we're letting these cells that are in here kind of swim. And as they swim, they get a little bit bigger. I think one of the original issues that I had with the original one is maybe I didn't have quite enough paint on there, and so when I tilted it out, air bubbles. All right, let's tilt this up. Kind of move it around in a circle first. kind of go off that edge. We have plenty of paint down here too, so I'm not worried about this at all. Now before I take the paint down to that edge, I'm going to come over and get this corner. Because I don't want to have to come all the way back here. Once we have the weight of the paint down there. Okay. Now this side is taken care of. We're just going to slowly walk the weight of the paint down to that end. That's looking pretty cool. Push this back down and open up these lines up here. This turquoise and the Van Dyke brown together is such a beautiful combination. I'm also using this as an opportunity to distribute the paint, and if there seems like there's an area where there's a little bit too much paint, we're going to get rid of it. So now we're just playing with composition. That's pretty cool looking, huh?
Yeah.
Do you think we should open up the center by losing a little bit of that bottom?
Yeah.
It's not quite so C-shaped. We're going to take the weight of the paint back towards the center again.
It's got a cool oyster thing going on.
And down, get that puddle off. I lost some of that Van Dyke brown, but that's okay. There's plenty more in here. Just let this float down and open up those lines on this side. Okay, that's looking pretty cool, except for that corner over there. Did I touch it? I must have. But we have plenty of paint. We're just gonna take this down that way a little bit and fix that corner. This is one of the nice things about having just a little bit more paint than you actually need, is you have the opportunity to fix things if they need to be tilted off. Okay. towards the middle. Alright, that's looking pretty cool. I'll wipe my hands off and we'll take a look at this. But I love what's happening in here. Interestingly enough, I want more Van Dyke Brown in the middle, but I don't think I'm going to do anything about it. But this is looking really cool. I love all these lines that are happening. Can you get like it close in up in here, HOA? Where the bronze and the gold and the Van Dyke Brown are like against that turquoise. This almost looks like agate. I love these little cells over here. Are you done being naughty, Baxter? Okay. Just covered. That's what happens with 24 by 36s. Okay, so this part right in here, this is gorgeous. I love those little cells. I really like all these rings. I kind of like that it's like a little bit off. You're right, it does kind of have like an oystery sort of vibe to it. But all of these lines are really, really pretty. And I love these cells. This is what was happening on the original also, on the edges. I actually really like this side with that distinct jadeite in there and the turquoise and the white and the bronze and the Van Dyke Brown. This is really pretty. So this is looking cool. Let's see, is there anything else to move over here? No. I think we're good. The only thing I would be willing to do, HOA, would be to take some of that off and open this up even more. But do you think we should? Because I do like it how it is.
No, I like it how it is too. I wouldn't want to lose. And he's got so much groovy stuff going on in here.
Yeah, this is like really cool shape in here. And in there, the colors are really beautiful. And I like that there's a lot of jadeite and ribbons of gold and ribbons of the bronze. Cool. There's some big boulder cells happening over there. And I love this right here. This is why I love the Van Dyke Brown, when it's in like the background and it's underneath everything, so everything's kind of on top of it. It makes there look like there's a lot of depth. This is really pretty too. I'm very tempted to stick my, I'm just gonna give it a little bit more of a swirl. There we go. Okay. Other than that, I think we're good. Okay, so this was fun. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I will show you guys when it's dry, and please make sure you check out Fiona's pour also, where she recreates one of her favorite pieces from a couple of years ago. So thanks for being here tonight. We'll be right back. I'm so excited to tell you guys that we will be teaching Fluid Art Boutique again this year in Delray Beach, Florida on October 8th, 9th, and 10th of 2022. Karen Dershin, Sarah Mack, Kathleen Osmore, myself, our wonderful guest artist, Molly from Molly's Artistry, Erica Hughes Art, and the beautiful Michelle Galley will be joining us. We're going to have 3 days of classes. They're going to be 3-hour classes. They're going to be so much fun. I'm teaching a big canvas class, and I'm teaching a blended split cup class, which is a lot of fun also. We also have some of the 3D paint texture classes and a really cool stencil class. I think you guys saw the turtle stencil that we did the other day. I will link that for you in the description box. We will be doing a bigger canvas with that. It's not going to be the little 5x5s for the stencil class, so it should be a lot of fun. I have been gathering up supplies for Fluid Art Boutique, and I got some really, really cool stuff for you guys to play with, so it's going to be awesome. Please check out our website at fluidartboutique.com, and You can find the links for the hotels in there. There's some really awesome events, the social events happening. Salt 7, I think, is the dinner, the gala dinner we're having. And then there's a meet and greet social at this really fun place called Throw Social, which I believe there's axe throwing there. Just a little crazy. But yeah, check out our website at fluidartboutique.com. Get your tickets soon, and we will see you in less than a month. I'm so excited. I can't wait to meet you guys in person. We'll be right back with the dried results. Are you guarding the painting? Good boy, Baxi. He's so big now. Okay, dried results. This is my recreation of my waiting for Aphrodite. Sorry, Gail has just picked up. And now I'm nervous she's going to blow the painting off the easel. This turned out very pretty. Yep, there it goes. I really like this. I love the lines. I love how everything is beautiful and crisp. Gorgeous definition in there. I like the Van Dyke brown. I love that bronze. I like the peridot which showed up. It's very soft. Really pretty. I like the center. I like the shape of it. What do you think, Bax? Still not exactly what I wanted to have happen. I like the original a lot that had the little pearl pour cells all around the edges, and we didn't quite get that to happen as much in this one. But I guess technically this is a better ring pour. Technically. And there are gorgeous lines in here. This is beautiful. All this stuff is so pretty. Just creating depth and shadows. That beautiful peridot. I like that corner a lot. The bronze blinging. Very cool stuff. So this turned out really, really neat. HOA said this one looked like an oyster. So I think this is going to be Aphrodite's oyster. What do you think, Bax? Yeah? Good title? Okay. So this was a lot of fun. Thank you so much for being here, and huge thank yous to my wonderful friend Fiona. I think her video showed right before mine. So if you haven't seen it, please go check out Fiona Art, and we will see you guys real soon. Have a wonderful, wonderful day. Bye-bye. Where you going, Baxi? What are you doing back there? Trouble. Here comes trouble.